Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at it's sad like she fine as yeah. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like yeah, 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs, making profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Suge, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits. That TTG money gang. Hey, making profits.
Hey, yo, what's up, everyone? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. It is the final hour of the day. It's the final hour of the month. It's the final hour of the quarter. So welcome, guys, as we are live here to trade through what has been an absolutely crazy month of September. September is historically the weakest month of the entire year, and it really held to its name this year as the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ have all made fresh new lows on the year. Literally just a moment before we came live on this YouTube channel, the SPY made fresh new lows on the year of 359.13. Those are new lows for 2022. Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream, folks. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, but now the current head trader at True Trading Group. And I've been doing this for about 16 years. And I began my career working at a firm in New York City, my very first job right out of college. Then 2008 happened. And that was the Great Recession. That was the worst stock market crash that most of you have ever lived through. That is also the last time that you've had the S&P 500 go down, okay, to this level and be down this much on the year. This is the worst month and the worst year so far, dating back to 2008, and the opportunities are literally flowing everywhere. Most market participants are sitting here looking at this market like, oh, man, I can't wait for September to be done. I can't wait for September to be done because the markets have just gone straight down. Members of True Trading Group, on the other hand, are like, bring me on more. of this September volatility, because we've been absolutely killing it inside of chat. We've been all over this move. We've been all over these trades. Members in your trading group are having some of the best months of their entire lives. Never mind their best months of the year. They've had some of their biggest days ever. My TTG fam, you guys are on this live stream. If you guys have been absolutely killing it, if you've been having some of your best months, your best days that you've ever had, I want you to sound off in chat right now, because am I worried? Am I scared about this sell-off and about this volatility in the overall markets? Absolutely not. I'm going to be scared when it goes away because this volatility is not going to be here forever, folks. This is not normal to see the markets moving around as much as they actually are right now, but the volatility is tremendous. It provides active traders like us, whether you're day trading or swing trading, provides you with tremendous trading opportunities to capitalize on just massive moves, seemingly on almost a daily basis here now. And then when this dust settles, as it always does, and as it certainly will, you're going to be left with phenomenal long-term buying opportunities in some of the best companies on planet Earth. I'm not new to this R word. I'm not new to stock market crashes. I began my career working at a fund, and then 2008 happened. And that was my first experience with the stock market crash. And that was my first experience with a recession. It turns out to be the worst recession this country's ever seen. It turns out to be the worst stock market crash that any of you that have ever seen in your entire lifetimes. Well, that's where I learned how to become the trader that I am here now today. And I thrived in that environment, going on to actually receive one of the fund's Trader of the Year awards. You see, folks, I'm at home in this environment. A lot of people get worried. A lot of people get nervous. A lot of people get scared. I get excited. I'm like a dog in fresh cut grass. I'm like a kid on Christmas morning when I see this type of volatility and I see this type of downside in the market. But it's not going to last forever. You guys want to make sure that you take advantage of these opportunities, both from the trading aspect, earn yourself some extra income, and then use that to roll it on into the long-term portfolio as companies like Apple and Microsoft and Alphabet and AMD and NVIDIA and Snowflake and Datadog and some of the greatest companies on planet Earth are all coming down 30, 40, 50, 60, 70% on some of these names. PayPal too. PayPal is another one that I actually really, really, really like, and that stock is just absolutely absurdly cheap. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm looking at adding in my long-term portfolio here very, very, very soon, because the opportunities are literally everywhere you look. Now, enough about 2008, because now I'm the head trader and co-founder of True Trading Group. And along with 9 other professional trading moderators and an over 20-person staff, we've helped thousands of traders from all over the world, from all walks of life, from all experience levels, to learn, trade, and profit consistently. TTG is the fastest growing and highest rated premium online trading educational platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, workshops, and mentorship for stocks, options, futures, cryptos, for all styles of trading as well. We day trade. We also swing trade. We also, of course, do long-term investing. At TTG, guys, we take that university level of curriculum and education, similar to the stuff that I learned that I worked at the fund in New York, and we pair that with today's top financial tools that are worth well over $5,000 a year on their own. We give you access to nearly 10,000 of the TTG family members, some of the most supportive, educated, helpful, and successful community of traders that you will find. And of course, access to all the real-time alerts from myself, the 9 other professional trading mods at TTG that have been able to continuously maintain a cumulative win rate of just around 80% now, going on the last 2 years. If you're new to this channel, what's up? Welcome. Glad to have you here. You picked a hell of a day to join us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, turn on your notifications. I do this 6 days a week, so you guys never want to make sure you never want to miss out on any of the live streams, because I'm always sharing with you guys golden nuggets of information and education. Golden nuggets of information and education that you guys can help you guys become better traders literally as early as tomorrow, or in this case, as early as Monday. All right. So welcome, folks, to the TTG live stream. We got a lot going on here today. I do want to bring to everyone's attention, this is something that we were just all over inside of the TT chat room, and that is ATXI. ATXI is on watch for potential short squeeze going into the afternoon session. Stock did a wonderful job of holding above a key support level. Now, I will say this first. ATXI, it's one of these small cap stocks. The stock is up 62% today. It's something that a lot of members in True Trading Group were able to capitalize on the analysis on ATXI earlier today. Some big wins for some members. If you guys made money on ATXI today inside of chat, tell me about it. Sound off. I'd like to know if you guys are still in this trade. But what we're looking for now is to see that 1035, 1050 level on ATXI. There's been a major level of support for this stock intraday. And what I'd love to see, so like this is a quick little lesson that I'm going to cover with you guys on how you could identify afternoon setups. Okay, so when you're looking for stocks that could potentially give you an afternoon move, now this could be for anybody that maybe you're busy in the morning, maybe you can't trade in the morning, maybe you're living in a different time zone, you can only trade the afternoon session. This is something that you want to look for. This is something that I look for. I teach all of our members to look for this, and this is how a lot of members were able to capitalize on this ATXI. And I'll just talk to you guys about this here real quickly. There's a checklist for stocks that I think are going to make a move in the afternoon. So take some notes. Checklist. Point number 1, you want to find a stock that was strong in the morning and then consolidates above a key support level during lunchtime. Those stocks have a higher likelihood of giving you a continuation move in the afternoon into the close. ATXI is a good example of that. Now, ATXI, you can see very clearly. I'm going to go to a full size. I usually have, a 4 time frame breakdown on my charts, but I'll go to a large screen just so you guys can see this a little bit more clearly. It's very, very obvious and very clear. You guys can see this stock was strong as all hell in the morning. Okay. Strong as all hell in the morning. There's your strength in the morning. Then you want to see a stock that consolidates above key support during lunchtime. What is lunchtime? Lunchtime is from 12 p.m. Eastern until 2 p.m. Eastern. That is going to be your lunchtime session. Okay. So what we've had happen so far is we broke above the previous highs of the day on ATXI. Okay. After you broke through that previous high, you'll notice VWAP, this orange line on my screen, is acting as a level of support, as is that prior high. And then when I draw out my Fibonacci retracement levels, you'll notice that the 38.2 Fibonacci level also lines up with, I didn't mean to do a duplicate. You'll notice that the 38.2 Fibonacci level, it also lines up with VWAP, and it also lines up with that previous initial morning high. That's exactly what you want to see in order to look for a stock that can potentially give you more upside in the afternoon. Okay, that's exactly what you want to look for. So let's see if this ATXI breaks through the high of the day. You got a lot of resistance up there once you get up towards $13, $14 on the daily chart. Now, whenever you're trading a small cap like this, like an ATXI, the volatility is higher. These stocks could always give you these wild, crazy candles where you get this huge move to the upside, this huge move to the downside. Set hard stop losses to protect yourself against any type of a flush candle. Whenever you're trading a small cap, I think it's always great if you guys set some hard stop losses. So in case you get those flush out rug pull type of moves, you guys are protected and you don't get stuck in any type of like a downward halt. When the stocks make these wild, crazy moves, and they sometimes halt, you get stuck in that halt. Set yourself the hard stop loss, protect yourself. But as long as this thing stays above 1035 and volume starts increasing, which is what you are seeing here now, I do like that for potential more upside on ATXI. When we break things down to the daily chart, you can see that we have room here up to around $14 if this thing can really start to get moving here in the final hour of the day. So keep an eye there. Stop losses would be under 1035. A lot of members are in this trade from earlier today. We'll see if that thing gives you more upside. You always got to be careful and cautious with these small caps, but it is a decent looking setup, and I wanted to bring that to people's attention. Now, back over to the SPY. You guys can see the SPY. There was the potential entry opportunity right there that we just discussed in chat. My TTG fam, I don't know if you guys just grabbed that entry. But that was a little entry point right there that you could have grabbed on those puts that we were talking about just before the live. Just before we came live, I was in chat, was talking to members about watching for a bounce back over 360, fail it, and then that would then become a really great opportunity to enter some SPY put options to look for fresh lows. Watch for the door to open up here just a little bit. Watch for us to continue to the downside. 358 is a key level that I've got my eyes on. Why 358? 358 is the 200-day moving average on the weekly chart. All right, it is the 200-day moving average on the weekly chart. All right, so let's go out to the weekly chart on the SPY, and you'll notice, aside from the COVID crash where we overshot this yellow line, you'll see prior to that, all that support back there at the end of 2018, all that support there at the beginning of 2016. This has been an absolute brick wall of a support level. The last times that you had, it's funny because 2016 was actually a recession scare. 2018 was a rate hike cycle. And in both of those scenarios, 2016 recession scare, 2018 rate hike cycle, both times we tested that 200-day moving average. Now you're in a recession scare and a rate hike cycle, and we are right back down into that 200-day moving average on the SPY. Okay, so that support level, in my eyes, looks like we've kind of finally broken it now. It's been an absolute battle at 3,600 on the S&P for the last 6 days. For the last 6 trading days, we've held above this level, right? You can see here, we've held above this level, well, today being the 6th day, but we're finally seeing like we are breaking down. So the last previous 5 trading sessions, and then right up until about 20 minutes ago, we have held 3,600. Now it seems like we are finally starting to give that level up, and there it is, another fresh new low of the day, and therefore a fresh new low of the year. So I think that you've got some more downside coming here, folks. Earnings so far have not been good. Obviously, Nike just getting absolutely, pummeled today. Nike came out with earnings yesterday. And the funny part about Nike's earnings yesterday, they actually weren't bad. They beat on earnings per share. They beat on sales. The big problem with Nike, and here's why Nike's having its worst year in about 20 years. I mean, its worst day in about 20 years, is the fact that they have a major inventory problem. So they ordered ahead all this inventory when he had all these inventory problems, but now they see a little bit of a shift in consumer spending habits as you get into the environment that we find ourselves in here today, and they're stuck with like a 65% increase in inventory. And that's not a good thing, right? That's not a good thing. And that's why Nike is down 12%. Now, I will tell you this. Nike is back to levels that we saw in 2020. The COVID low for Nike is all the way down at $60. I do not think that Nike is going to get all the way back down to $60. But this is a company that I think has one of the strongest brands and one of the strongest brand loyalties that's out there. I think when you talk about brand loyalty, 3 companies really stick out and come to mind when I think about brand loyalty. It's Nike, it's Apple, and it's Starbucks. In my opinion, those 3 companies have some of the strongest brand loyalty that you can possibly find. And that'll be apparel, that'll be, discretionary. And then you're going to be looking at, obviously, technology, also discretionary. But those are the strongest brand loyalties that I can think of. I'm sure some of you can maybe think of some others. But when I think of companies that I want to own, brands that I want to own, you bet your ass that Nike is on that list. Obviously, Apple's on that list, and so is Starbucks because of that brand loyalty. So Nike is a stock that I didn't think I was ever going to have an opportunity to be able to get Nike stock in the 70s ever again. I did not add to Nike during that 2020 crash, and I regretted it. Now that we're kind of getting back into that area, I have absolutely no problem stuffing Nike in my long-term portfolio in the 70s, and I expect maybe some more downside in Nike over the next 2 days. And then I really got to start thinking about putting some of that in my long-term. The revenue actually was up. They're growing their revenue even in the face of a disaster in China. Just an inventory issue there. And I think that that's not enough really for the stock to be getting pulverized as much as it is today because of the inventory issues. I do think that that's a company that obviously once we come out of this, that I'm going to be happy that I bought more of down at these prices. So that's something that is going to be on my list. That is definitely something going to be on my list. Let's take a look around, guys, at some of the other things that we have going on here. This FNGR is a small cap. That's some people I've been kind of talking about. I see some comments there in chat. And it is your top gainer of the day. This stock, I just want to caution with FNGR. It had 0 volume earlier today. This stock was barely trading anything earlier in the day. Finally getting some volume. Finally getting now some pretty good upside. and we go ahead and we take a look at the daily chart. That again, this is FNGR. You're coming up on a resistance level here around this $4 375 area. So just be a little careful here with this FNGR coming up to major resistance, and the volume on the stock before this recent little surge was very, very, very light and very low. So I would just caution. I would just kind of caution against that. SOBR is another small cap that has been on people's watch lists and kind of radars here for the last couple of days as that thing's been coming to life. Tons of resistance up there around 325. Not something that I have traded. I know some members inside of chat have traded this, but something I'll keep an eye on for next week. Maybe 250, 260, a potential support level that we can maybe look for. These are just a bunch of small caps, guys, that are trading higher today. I'll touch on some of these small caps first, and then we'll see if there's maybe a trade that I want to go after on the SPY. As a SPY just flirting down here with these new lows. It's been a choppy day. It's been a real choppy day on the overall markets today. And you're just going to continue to be choppy down here in this area. I think that whole area from 358 all the way up to 360, I think is going to be a choppy level and a choppy area because you're sitting in between two major support levels. You're sitting between two major support levels, 360 and then 358, and you're dead smack in the middle of both of them. So usually when you get to major levels, you don't expect major levels. You don't expect major levels to just be cut right through like a hot knife through butter. You have to understand what goes on with price action when you approach these major levels. There's a lot of people that are buying 3,600 on the S&P, a lot, because it's a good area. I bought in my long-term portfolio in the 3,600s. Now I still have, a bunch of cash on the sidelines where I want to be able to buy at lower prices. I'm nowhere near fully invested yet. But I am, getting ready to add some more stuff, but it's a great area. You have a lot of things from a technical standpoint on why that's a key level of support, but also fundamentally it's a key level of support as well. As you talk about, PEs and multiples for people that think that inflation is going to come down pretty drastically going into the end of the year, which brings me to a very key point. A lot of people have been asking me about the stock market crash, how much further are we going to go to the downside before we experience a meaningful rally? I told you guys this past Sunday that I thought we were going to have a little bit of a bear market rally this week. And I thought that we would be weak early and then bounce towards the middle end of the week. And we capitalized on that. We bought call options last week on Tuesday. We bought call options right here. All right, we bought call options right there. And then we were able to capitalize on this big rally bounce back day. And we were selling our call options into this for an over 50% gain on those SPY calls. But then that was the end. That was the end of that rally, or relief rally, whatever you want to call it, dead cat bounce, relief rally. You got no follow through on the back of that. And then the very next day, that day was erased. You were right back down to your regularly scheduled programming of just complete weakness. So it does not feel like you're going to get that turnaround until you're actually going to get some type of a catalyst to do so. October 13th is a date that you all should have on your calendar, because October 13th is when you're going to get September's CPI data. Now, part of what accelerated this big sell-off was the last time we got CPI data, and that was August, right? I'll show you guys the three main catalysts that sent the market lower in September. First, the Jackson Hole meeting. Second, inflation data. Third, the Fed meeting. These three catalysts are responsible for what you have seen transpire in the month of September. Just a horrific month of September, price action wise. You're going to need another catalyst to turn this market around? What potential catalyst do we have coming up here in October to start off Q4? Because that's where we're at. You're finishing off a month, you're finishing off a quarter. So Monday starts the first trading day of Q4, first trading day of October. Why is that important? 3 main reasons that October is going to be an extremely crucial month, and why, if you have sat back and you have watched this market deteriorate for the first 9 months of the year, October is going to be the month that if you have sat back and done nothing, or have sat back and just watched your 401k diminish, October is going to be the month that you are going to want to get your butts in gear and get your butt in action and get yourself in the game. Enough sitting on the sidelines, enough being victim and prisoner to your long-term portfolios. October is going to be the month, and let me explain to you why. You are going to get a lot of different catalysts in the month of October that could potentially turn this market around. Catalyst number 1, earnings. Now, the thing about the earnings that we have to look for is earnings estimates. Sorry, guys, I have something in my eye. Your next earnings season is coming up here in October. You got a couple of earnings out already. Nike, Micron, okay, those stocks have already come out with the earnings. Neither one of them were good. Both of them saw the stocks trade to the downside. You also had earnings warnings, pre-announcements from FedEx, from Adobe, from General Electric. Okay, so you've already had a bunch of companies come out and give you a warning about their earnings. So earnings are not expected to be very good in the month of October. If there is a situation in the month of October where earnings are not as bad as people think that they're going to be because of the early signs of earnings so far, that could be a catalyst that can stabilize the market. The other catalyst that you want to be watching for in the month of October is going to be CPI. October 13th, you get your September CPI data. That's inflation. Now, what's starting to happen, and when I go back and I look at this, June, July, August, you think about those 3 inflation numbers. June, it was worse than expected. July, it was better than expected. August, it was worse than expected. Now, I'm already starting to see expectations for September of like 8.2, which it was 8.3 in August. So people are already expecting to see a bad CPI number for the month of September. If that turns out to be better than expected, and maybe you get a number that's down closer in the mid-7s, that could be a catalyst to turn the markets around in the month of October. Here's another fun fact about the month of October and why the month of October is going to be extremely important, extremely crucial to the rest of this year. If you look back throughout history, September has always been the weakest month of the entire year. Since 1928, the inception of the S&P 500, you look at every single year, every single month within those years, and you add them all together and average them out by month, September is the worst performing month by far. It's not even close, okay? But when you look back at the last 6 times that you've had the month of September decline more than 5% in the month, the following month of October, 5 out of the last 6 times that has taken place, you've seen a rally in the market in October. 5 out of the last 6 times that you've had a September down more than 5% in 1 month, you've seen an average move higher of 7% in the month of October. Now, we've dropped about 9%, 10% already in the month of September alone. So you look about how big of a down move you've already experienced in September. If you get a 7% move to the upside in October, which is the average of those 5 out of 6 years, that's a significant move to the upside. What about that 6th time, though? I said 5 out of 6 times the markets have moved to the upside in October. There has been 1 instance in history where the market continued to go down in October. That instance was, you guessed it, 2008. In 2008, the S&P 500 went down about 9% in September. It went down then another 17% in October as the great financial crisis just completely came unwound, and you had the subprime mortgage crisis just unfold and the complete breakdown of the banking and financial systems. It all took place there in the month of October. And you had all the bankruptcy fears, like AIG almost went bankrupt. Other banks almost went bankrupt. And A little after that, you had Lehman Brothers, which is still in history the largest bankruptcy in U.S. history. That was Lehman Brothers Bank. They went bankrupt during that time period. So that's the only time in history that you've experienced a red month in October after seeing such a red month in September. It's the only time that that's ever happened. Now, if you're one of the people that believes that this is equal or just as bad as 2008, which I am not one of those people. I lived through 2008. I traded at a fund through 2008. I saw what happened in 2008. 2008 was a complete breakdown of the financial system, a complete failure of credit markets, a complete failure of the banking system, insolvency. I mean, it was a complete breakdown of the entire financial system. What you see right now today is not a breakdown of the financial systems. It's just intense volatility as assets get repriced in a rising rate environment where money is no longer free, and money has been free for the last 20 years. Okay. The last 10 years, 15 years. Ever since 2008, interest rates have basically been zero. And for the first time, really for the first time, we tried raising rates a couple times in between, but then they always saw the rates go right back down to zero. For the first time, you're getting meaningful interest rate hikes. And you're getting this is just repricing of assets and valuations in a real rate environment. And obviously you have inflation being a major issue. You also have geopolitical problems. But so far, this is not a complete breakdown of financial markets and the way that financial markets function. So if you think that this is not as bad as 2008, then history would tell us and statistics would tell us. And if you're one that believes in history and statistics, which I am, then that sets you up for a recovery month in the month of October. And if you get set up for a recovery month in the month of October where the markets stabilize, you could wind up with what I've been saying I think is possible is a Santa Claus rally into the end of the year where the markets actually go up in the month of December. Instead of just this complete panic where we're just going to go down, down, down forever, and the market's never going to go back up ever again. Wrong. The markets will go back up, just like they've gone back up every single time throughout history whenever you have a stock market crash. A lot of people thought after 2008, oh, that's it. The market's never going to go back to all-time highs ever again. Wrong. They went back to all-time highs just a few years later. Okay. After the dot-com bubble bursting, everyone thought, oh, that's it. The market's never going to go back to all-time highs. Wrong. The markets went back to all-time highs. That took a little bit longer, but about 7 years later, the markets went back to all-time highs. That was, a very, very bad recession. Same thing, 2008, the worst recession we've ever had. But just a couple years later, about 3 or 4 years later, the markets were back to all-time highs. Okay. So when the dust settles from this, as it will settle, as it always does, you're going to be left with tremendous buying opportunities. But October could set the tone for all of that. October could be the month that provides you with a tradable bottom. A tradable bottom where you can step in, you can buy some amazing companies that are off 40, 50, 60%, and then get a little bit of a bounce into the end of the year, November and December, that sees a significant rally back towards, not a significant rally back to all-time highs. I don't think you go back to all-time highs, but I think you can very easily go back to 400 on the S&P or on the SPY, go back to 4,000, go back to 4,100. I can definitely see that as a real possibility and as a realistic way that this plays itself out. There's a lot of catalysts that still have to happen between now and then. And a lot of those catalysts are going to take place in the month of October. The month of October can actually dictate whether or not I lean hard and aggressively on my end of the year thesis of a Santa Claus rally. If certain catalysts do not pan themselves out the way that I think they may in the month of October, then my game plan for the rest of the year will most likely start to change. That's why October is going to be, in my opinion, is going to be one of the most important months, if not the most important month of the entire year, based on where we find ourselves today at fresh new lows on the year with peak pessimism. You can't find somebody that has anything good to say right now about the stock market. People that say, oh, well, yeah, this news is good, or this news is good. No, it's just, well, this news sounds bad. This news sounds bad. This news sounds bad. You're at peak pessimism right now in the overall markets. Well, when you have situations where you have peak pessimism, all it takes is one catalyst to not be as bad as everybody thinks it is in order for the markets to then move higher, because everybody's caught off sides. If everybody is looking for one thing to happen in the markets, if the opposite happens, then everybody gets caught off sides. And that's how you get these much larger than expected bear market rallies. That's what bear market rallies are. That's why they take place, because people get caught on everybody gets caught on one side of the trade. I've been saying to get ready that the volatility, get ready for Black Friday sales on companies. Every night I come on this live stream and I say this. I say, get ready for Black Friday discount prices in some of the best companies on planet Earth. I say that every night on these live streams. In October, this begins. If you have sat back all year so far and have done nothing, October is going to be the time where you have a chance to do something about what you see taking place in your 401k, about what you see taking place in your IRA. Stop being a victim of this volatility and start using it to your advantage, as the near 10,000 family members of True Trading Group have been doing all year and will continue to do throughout the rest of this year. The reality is, folks, that in one of the toughest markets that many of you think that you've probably ever seen before, I don't think that this is necessarily a tough market. You just have to know how to make money when stocks go down, which I know how to do. Hence, I learned in 2008 when all anything did was just go down. This is where I feel at home. I've taught teaching members about how to thrive inside of this environment. And the fact of the matter is, in what many of you may think is the worst year of the market, which it is the worst year so far since 2008. It is the worst year that you've had since 2008 in the stock market, but members are making money and members are becoming better traders. And that's a fact. Guys, members of TTG, I'm asking you real quickly, if you are a member of True Trading Group and you're making money and you're becoming better traders, I want you guys to literally type the $ in chat right now. If you're making money, you're becoming better traders in this environment. A lot of people look at the stock market, they go, oh my God, the stock market is so bad. I can't imagine how anybody could possibly be making money. And if you don't know, if you can't think about how anybody could possibly be making money in this environment, then you more so than anybody else need to get your butt involved, because you don't have to just sit back and do nothing while the values of your 401ks go down. Look at how many members of True Trading Group are telling you that they're making money in this environment. How is that possible? It's possible because it doesn't matter whether stocks go up or stocks go down. As active traders, we have the luxury to be long one day and short the next. You buy call options, you buy put options, you go long, you go short, you buy inverse ETFs or straightforward ETFs. There's so many different ways for you to make money in this market because there's volatility everywhere you look. I don't care if you trade small caps, mid caps, large caps, commodities. I don't care what you trade. There's volatility in every single corner of this market, which is not normal. Usually you get pockets of volatility where it's okay, you gotta follow the money, follow the opportunity. In this environment, it doesn't matter what you trade. You trade oil stocks, you trade natural gas futures, you trade cruise lines, you trade tech, you trade semiconductors, you trade consumer staples, healthcare. What do you trade? Anything. It doesn't matter. Trade Tesla. You can trade anything that you want, and you're getting outsized, larger than normal moves in these individual names. That's what volatility is. The volatility tends to scare people that don't know how to take advantage of it, because stocks make bigger moves. And oftentimes in bear markets, when stocks go down a lot faster than they go up. So people get scared when stocks go down. But you can actually make money faster when stocks go down, because when stocks go down, they go down a lot faster. I always say, the saying that I always use is bulls take the stairs. When the markets go up, they go up slowly. But bears, they take the window. Stocks go down a hell of a lot faster than they go up. All right. And that's where we have find ourselves here so far in the month of September. Now, as the S&P is down about 25% on the year. Yes, Trisha Hopkins goes, 1 year ago, I was crying. Now I enjoy this world. Thanks, TTG. Boom. Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely a better trader, says Lax Mom. I love it. I love it. Way to go, Wizard. Wizard made some money on Asana. Yep, one of our other TTG mods, Jessica, hit that Asana trade today. Some members were able to capitalize on that. Great job, crew. Great job, guys. Still just tremendous weakness here, guys, on the S&P. I mean, you can just see we can't get off of these lows. We're just going to continue to drift this out. I wouldn't be surprised if we got down to 357.50 before the close. I mean, we only have 20 minutes to go, but we're just sitting here down here at 359, and we're going to finish out the month of September, finish out the quarter, and I think October is going to be the month. October is going to be the month. If that CPI number comes in higher than expected, the market's got more room to the downside. If that CPI number comes in better than expected, I think you're going to see such a massive rip to the upside. And when I say a massive rip, don't confuse this by me saying we're going to rip to all-time highs, but you can very easily see the month of October, like maybe you get a little bit more downside, right? We go down here, and then we stabilize, and then we baseline, right? You do something like this in the month of October, right? As earnings are coming out, and some earnings are better than people thought, and then all of a sudden, earnings are worse than people thought, and then we stabilize, and then all of a sudden you come out, and then you get this CPI data, and that CPI data is better than expected, and you can very, 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 very easily see the month of October do something that looks like this. Okay, you can very, very easily see the month of October do something that looks like this if that inflation number comes in better than expected. That is a very, very, very realistic possibility. Do not get caught off guard by that, because I'll tell you what, right in here, you guys see this right in here? This is where I'm a buyer in my long-term portfolio. Okay, that's where I'm a buyer in my long-term portfolio. Do not miss this. Yes, way to go, Ryan. Ryan says, I'm up $8,000 and I only joined in August. That's nuts. You have not even been a member for 2 months and you're already up $8,000. Ryan, great job, my man. Congrats. Way to go, Jules of the South goes, these last 3 days have been the best 3 days in a row for me, thanks to TTG. Hell yes. Beautiful. I love it. Congrats. Way to go, the French guy. The French Gypsy. Sorry, the French Gypsy. I made money on NVIDIA and Snowflake today. Excellent. Fantastic trading, guys. There really is just opportunity every single place that you look. All right. So that's what I'm talking about this month of October being, in my opinion, this month of October is kind of like the make or break. If inflation continues to go up, right, and it will not come down, then I can't see any way that the market does not trade to the downside again in the month of October, which would only be the second time that you've seen that happen after such a bad September. So you might get a little bit more downside. Maybe the first week of October, you get a little bit more downside. But then I think the market stabilizes. And then October 13th, if you get a better than expected CPI number, you got to be long the last 2 weeks of October. That's my honest opinion. You got to be long the last 2 weeks of October if that October 13th CPI number is better than expected. Yes, way to go, my boy Kenny Ladie. I'm new on the platform, new member, taking those courses fast so I can start trading again. Beautiful, Kenny. I can't tell you how much I respect that comment, because that tells me that you are going through the courses first before you start trading, which is exactly what I recommend people do when they join True Trading Group. A lot of people get very excited when they join TTG for the first time, and I get it. You should be excited. It is something that is worth being excited about, joining a community of about 10,000 traders that genuinely give a damn whether you succeed or fail, getting access to real education. The same level of education that I learned that I worked at a fund in New York. That's what you're going to get access to. You're also going to get access to $5,000 worth of the best trading and investing tools that are out there, from like Benzinga, TradingView, Trade Ideas, Quote Media, ET&A, all of these companies. We've spent years building relationships with these companies so we can have their products and their tools on our platform so you do not have to pay for them. There's no additional cost for any of those things. Most traders that are on this live stream, many of you probably already pay for TradingView's charts. You probably pay for Trade Ideas scanner. You probably pay for the Benzinga newsfeed. You do not have to pay for any of that when you guys join True Trading Group. We've actually got a sale rocking right now. Literally, it's 11:07. Okay, it's about a 50% discount from our membership. The membership is normally $2,212. You guys, until Sunday at midnight, can get a 50% discount. The price drops all the way to 11:07. And if anybody's on here actually pays for Benzinga, you'll know that costs you just over $1,000 a year just for Benzinga alone. I'm telling you, you can get access to our entire platform, which includes all of those tools I just mentioned, for just $11.07. And the next 8 people to do so get themselves a free laptop. We ship anywhere in the world, as long as you guys just go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price drops to $11.07. You see a laptop on your checkout cart, you're good to go. We'll ship the laptop anywhere in the world. You live on planet Earth, we'll get it to you. We cover the shipping. You don't have to enter your address when you sign up. You'll get a welcome email after you join. The welcome email will have instructions how to claim the free laptop. Again, it's $11.07 here, guys. After Sunday at midnight, the price is going to go back to $12.50. Save yourself the extra $200. Save yourself, okay, the extra, $143. All right, save yourself that extra chunk of change. Grab the $11.07 now. You get a free laptop as well. You can use it to trade with. You can use it for work. Give it to your kid for school. Sell it on eBay for all I care. It doesn't matter. It's a free laptop. It's yours. But there's only 8 of them, and they're not going to last the whole weekend. I'll be surprised if they honestly last until midnight. But we do only have 8 of them. But that has to last for the entire weekend. I doubt they're going to. Again, if you go to the ttgoffer.com page, as long as you see the laptop in the checkout cart, like you can see on my screen now, that's how you know you'll get one of the free laptops. And it also comes with a double your money back guarantee, guys. Don't forget that as well. I feel so confident about the platform that we've created, and I put my money where my mouth is, unlike a lot of others, that if you join True Trading Group, I ask you to do 3 things. Join now, pay $11.07. Do 3 things. Go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend 1 study group. We do a study group every week. I'm asking you to attend 1. If you fail to make the membership fee of $11.07 back at least once during your membership, I'm going to give you double your money back. That's $2,214. So if you can't make $11.07 at least once after doing those 3 things on our platform, I will give you back $2,214. That's the deal. That is the deal that I make with everyone that joins the TTG family, because I stand behind this platform. It was built and designed to level the playing field for retail traders, to give them the education and the tools that professional traders on Wall Street have access to. I don't think you're going to need the double your money back guarantee, to be completely honest, but it is there for peace of mind. I don't think you're going to need it because we've only had to refund about 2.6% of our users since 2016. And we also have a retention rate of 78% of our members are renewing their membership after their year is up. We're also 5-star rated on Trustpilot, 1,750 reviews. So based on what members tell us, the reviews they leave, based on our refund rate, based on our retention rate, I can very confidently sit up here and tell you that TTG has worked for thousands of traders. And if you put forth just a little effort, I'm confident that it can work for you as well. And I'll back it up with the double your money back guarantee. Nobody else is going to do that for you. I see the results that members have. And that's why I have no problem offering that to anyone that joins the family. And the next 8 people that do so, you'll get the 50% off $11.07 price point before it goes to $12.50 on Sunday at midnight. And you'll get the free laptop if you're one of the next 8 people. Nice. Pork chop goes, I'm actually trading on my free laptop right now. Nice. Very nice. Yes, it is real. We actually do send out free laptops, folks. Yes, we actually do. All right. So there we have it, folks.
I just want to add to the free laptop. I have the $50,000 a month bill to prove that we actually give out free laptops.
Yes, we actually do give out free laptops, and it costs about $50,000 a month. So yeah, guys, we have relationships with a couple of wholesalers. And we try to get our hands on like bulk, but lately it's been difficult, to get our hands on. Like we used to be able to get like 30, 50 at a time.
Yeah, it's been difficult for the past year.
Yeah, it really has been difficult for the past year. We used to be able to get like 50 at a clip. Now it's like, oh, I can give you 15. I can give you 10. I can give you. It's like, oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah, anyways, we'll get back to the market. The market's still open. But yeah, anyways, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, markets are open here, guys, still for another 12 minutes or so. Not a lot of action down here at these lows. The markets just kind of feel content. Markets feel content down here. Yes, Matt Kelly, my boy. Yes, Matt Kelly closed out the most consistently profitable month so far, 85% win rate and a 4-to-1 profit loss. TTG taught me how to make a living trading. Yes, Matt Kelly, my boy. I'm so proud of you. That is a phenomenal month. That is a phenomenal month. Congrats, Matt Kelly. Wow. Those are trading statistics that will make anyone envious of you. Great job, man. Really great job. Matt Kelly, I know you put in a lot of work, brother, and it's paying off. That is absolutely amazing. 85% win rate is absolutely incredible. Congratulations, Matt. Oh, man, that is just wow. That is just wow. Yes. Yo, my boy Wizard goes, my son Cito is using the free laptop. He's 11 years old. I can't wait to teach him to trade with it. I love it. Way to go, Josh Goldberg. Up 30% this month on a small account while working full-time. Really great job. That's what I'm talking about, though, guys. You can see, and there's a fresh new low. There you go. There's a fresh new low now on the SPY. So great job, guys. Really, really great job. This is what I'm talking about, though, right? This is what I'm talking about, that you've seen over the last, month, the market has just gone straight down. And a lot of people can't figure out what the hell is going on or why this is taking place. But yet, here you guys have TTG members having the best months and some of the best days of their entire trading careers. And that's not a coincidence. That's a testament to the education, to the tools, to the community, and to the work that they're putting in. And the results, my friends, the results, they show. So great job, guys. I'm super proud of you. Super, super proud of you. So now your fresh new low for the year on the SPY, folks, is 358.34. That weekly 200-day moving average on the SPY, is 358.17. 358.7. What? JG Scuba. Is that real? I made 683% for the month of September.
Send a text message. Send me a text message.
Yeah, JG Scuba. If that's real, man, send a text message to Adam 786-505.
Yeah. Look, as much as we want to, we're very transparent, and we love celebrating the wins. But that's a big claim, and I got no problems praising such a big claim, but prove it.
Yeah,
send me a text message. I'm not just gonna put that, as gospel. So for right now, that claim is unverified. JG Scuba, you can send me a text message directly to 786-505-4221. I'll post it again. Nope, send me a text. And if you're checking your numbers, you should have checked your numbers prior to posting that in there. But either way, all good. All right.
So, and there it is, guys. We just tapped the 200-day moving average on the weekly chart. We just tapped it. The absolute low of the year is 358.16. 358.16 is the absolute low of the year. And your 200-day is 358.17. It's the 200-day on the weekly chart, not the 200-day on the daily charts. The 200-day on the weekly chart, we just tapped it right there. There it is. We got down to it. Bang. All right, so there you have it. You got a big market imbalance also to the sell side. I think that's really what just cracked the market right there. You got a $6 billion imbalance to the sell side. 6 billion, which is a large number. So when you get these order imbalances, basically what these order imbalances mean is how many open orders that there still are on trade desks and backed up on market makers' desks that are trying to be filled. So these are orders that want to be filled before the close, but have still not been filled. All right. And when you get an imbalance of 6 billion, that is a large number. When you get an imbalance of like 300 million, that's nothing. That is really has no impact or meaning at all. But when you get a number of 6 billion, I mean, that could be literally that surge of 3 million. Really, you're looking at, that's about 6.5 million shares that just went off on the SPY in a matter of about 5 or 6 minutes. That is massive volume. When you think, just do the math, 6.5 million shares at $359. Do the math on how much dollar volume was just transacted on the SPY in those last 5 minutes or 6 minutes, those last 2 3-minute candles. You see these 2 3-minute candles? All right, these are 3-minute candles, and you can see the volume was 3 million and 3.5 million. So about 6.5 million shares in just 6 minutes. And you guys can, do the math on that as the markets are now trading to the downside. There it is. We just cracked underneath it, 358, fresh new low of the year, as every single tick here is going to be a brand new low. So that's 358 on the button. So 35800. 35800. No, Rob, I don't think that's the issue. I don't think that is the issue. White House's Sullivan says we have to be concerned about potential for Russian attacks on Western infrastructure. I don't think that is why the markets are moving to the downside right now. That would be a potential catalyst that the market has not really priced. That markets have not really priced in yet, or are not really priced for. That would be something that would throw a wrench kind of in the system here and what everybody is looking for. So look at the volume coming through on the SPY right now, guys. 3.5 million share candles on a 3-minute chart. Just absolutely massive volume coming through with that sell imbalance of about 6 billion to the downside. And the Dow Jones has broken back underneath 29,000. Yields are starting to rise again. 10 years pushing, 2 years pushing. All your yields are starting to climb back to the upside. That's not helping out the causes either.
I just envision Jay Powell sitting on his couch with like a giant bucket of popcorn in one hand and like ice cream in the other, and he's just like, "Fuck yeah," This is what he wants.
Yeah.
So is today what is it? How do you pronounce it? Capitulation or
capitulation?
Capitulation?
No, today is not capitulation.
What is capitulation?
A much more severe move to the downside than this.
Is capitulation like the stock market crash?
Yes, it's the crash of the crash.
The crash of the crash?
Capitulation is the crash of the crash. Yes.
Got it. Are you expecting that?
Yeah, I think we can get it here in the next week or two. I think we can get it here in the next week or two, and then it's time for me to go. It's time for me to go shopping. We get down here into this zone of the low 350s. It's time for me to go shopping, and that is where I'm looking for my next kind of buys here. My long-term portfolio. You see this previous area that back here that was resistance. You can see how we're approaching this level here now, and that's why this zone becomes kind of a buying zone for me. And I'm also just keeping an eye on the VIX. Keep an eye on the VIX. The VIX really hasn't given you a spike. What I would love to see next week. You see this resistance level here on the VIX. All right, I'll just draw this line across. Now, for those who don't know what the VIX is the volatility index. So basically what the VIX tracks is volatility. Now, as traders expect the markets to make bigger moves and make larger moves to the downside, the VIX goes up. So typically what you have seen happen is every time you get these big spikes in the VIX, that acts as a type of capitulation. And then you get the VIX then pulls back, and then the markets rally, and the markets put in bottoms. Obviously, you have this outlier from COVID. You see that big outlier from COVID when you had that massive crash and that massive spike. But then every other time that you've gotten these big volatility spikes right up into these levels of resistance where the VIX gets up towards 40, then all of a sudden that becomes, all right, a bit of a capitulation. So I would love nothing more than next week for us to just completely flush this market out and get a big spike in the VIX like this. And then the VIX can top out there in the high 30s and then pull back, and then the markets can bounce in the beginning of October. And then you'll get the CPI data. And then if your CPI data is worse than expected, then you look for the VIX to break out of this level. And there's the market close, guys. We just closed. And we just closed it on the dead low of the day and the dead low of the year for the SPY, right down there around 357. So there's fresh new lows there. 357.02 is that low print. Okay, 357.02 is that low print. So that's where we are. All right, and I'm looking to see if we can give me a gap down maybe on Monday, get that VIX to spike up, and that's going to be a great time for me to step in and start to buy stuff. Because if that CPI number comes in better than expected, stocks are going to move higher. They're going to move higher very, very quickly. So I want to start to buy some stuff as we get down into these 350s. All right, so that's going to be an area that I'm going to look for. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. I'm telling you, October is the month. October is the month. If you have been sitting back doing nothing during this entire decline, down 25%, all right, if you've been sitting back doing absolutely nothing, October is going to be the month that you're going to want to get yourselves involved, because I got two main areas that I'm looking for in this market. I want to point them out to you. These are the two main levels that I have my eyes on the SPY, and they are massive levels of support. Okay, they're massive levels of support. Here's the one, that's 350, which is the one that we're approaching, which I'm telling you I'm going to probably be a buyer of some stuff. And then you have 320, and 320 is the absolute bottom. If we get down to 320, I will be fully invested at that time. All right, I'll be fully invested at that time if we do get down to that level, no doubt about it. Some may beg to differ, but when there's blood in the street, it's time to buy smartly. Nothing stays the same forever in the financial realm. Very true, Troy. Very true. Very smart words, my man. Very smart words. When there's blood in the streets, that is the best time to buy. Every single professional investor would tell you that. Warren Buffett says it the best. Be greedy when others are fearful. Be fearful when others are greedy. And right now, everybody is scared crapless.
So we just went ahead and posted a poll inside of the live chat here. The question is, are you excited about the stock market in Q4? So far, 92% of people have said yes, they are. 8% of people have said they are scared.
Well, I guess we know that those 8% are not members of True Trading Group.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is an absolute 100% fact. Because I know that my members of True Trading Group are excited as all hell. I know they are. I know they are. Because they're taught. They understand this whole entire situation. They understand that the world is not going to end. They understand that the stock market's not going to go down 80%. They understand all of these things. They understand that there's ways for them to make money as the market goes down. They understand that the dust will settle and they're going to be left with the greatest buying opportunities of many of their lifetimes, because most people didn't take advantage of the crash in 2020. Okay, most people didn't take advantage of that. Most people didn't take advantage of the crash in 18, and most people didn't take advantage of the crash in 08. But as we're coming up here now, we're down 25%. I think, eventually, I think the bottom is a little bit lower than where we are here. If you asked me 2 months ago, are the June lows safe? I would have told you probably yes. But then when you had the Fed meeting changed everything. Once the Fed said, we're going to change our targets, because the Fed had the same target for the last 3 months for the Fed funds rate. Once the Fed at the last Fed meeting said, we're going to move that target higher, that was a problem. And then on that very same day, when you had the Fed meeting was on September 21st. That day, we did a live stream, as we always do. And I told you those June lows are now in jeopardy. Those June lows are now in jeopardy because that changes things, right? That's a major catalyst that changes the entire situation. And, multiples and earnings, they have to come down if they're going to raise rates further than what they initially expected to and what the initial markets were pricing in. Now the markets have to reprice for those higher interest rates of what they're talking about now. All right. So there you have it, folks. All right. So like I said, I think the month of October is going to be where it's all at. The month of October is where we're going to really start to see. All right. The month of October, I think, could be the month that all of this turns around, or if I start to change my thoughts for the end of the year. And a lot of it's going to rest upon that CPI number. So you guys want to make sure that get yourselves involved, get yourselves educated now. Don't just sit back and be a prisoner of this move to the downside. I'm telling you guys this right now. October is going to be your month. How many people are on the live stream right now that are not members of True Trading Group? If you're not a member, type the letters TTG. Type the letters TTG if you are not a member of True Trading Group. Let me see who we have on here that's not a member of the fam. All right, we got Callie, Lexi, Joe, Chrism. Yeah, guys, just type the letters TTG. We'll see who's not a member on here. C. Laughlin. Oh, wow. Way to go, Bill Martin. That's great. All right. All right, guys. Lots of new faces, lots of new members here. All right, guys, listen up. All right, so guys here. So listen, like I said before, all of you that are typing TTG, Johnny Gutierrez, what's up, man? Lori says, I'm not a member yet. I like the yet part. There's never been a better time, guys, for you guys to start getting educated on what's going on. Instead of just panicking when you see stuff move to the downside, start learning. Start learning why. Start learning how. Start learning what can change it. That way, you'll know when you'll be able to take advantage of the opportunities that are presented before you. Gilly, James, what's up, guys? So listen, all of you typing TTG, okay? Like I said, we've got don't be scared, Lori. Don't be scared, Lori. A lot of people joined with not a lot to work with. We have a lot of members that have joined with, just a couple $100 in their trading account. A lot of people have joined with less than $1,000 in their trading account. You don't need tens of thousands of dollars to be able to take advantage of this stuff. It's a big, 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 big misconception. Big misconception. A lot of people think you need, $10,000, $20,000 in order to do this. Is simply not true. We have a lot of members on here that started with just less than $1,000. Maybe you guys want to comment if you started with less than $1,000 when you joined True Trading Group and now you're making money. You guys can sound off in chat. Maybe type the number 1 in chat right now. If you guys started off at less than $1,000 and now you're making money, go ahead and type the number 1 in chat. I want to prove that point to Lori. Lori's said she's scared. I just lost 23% in my 401k. Lori, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You don't have to be a prisoner to that 401k anymore. Because a lot of our members in True Trading Group, they've got 401ks too. Their 401k balances are going down also, but they're actually making money on the way down by trading this move to the downside, by shorting stocks, by buying put options, by buying inverse ETFs. They're making money on the way down, and they take that money and then roll it back into those 401ks. Guys, the code word for today, this is for members only. Code word for today, members only, courage. Courage. Code word for today is courage. Members only. Code word for today is courage. All right. Code word for today is courage. All right, guys. Code word for today is courage. That's for a giveaway that we do with members. If you're not a member, don't worry about that code word. All right. So all of you that are typing the letters TTG, listen very carefully, because you guys have literally this weekend until Sunday at midnight. If you guys want to join the TC platform, get your butts in the game. 50% discount. Price is normally $2,212. You go to ttgoffer.com. You enter the coupon code TTG121. The price drops all the way down to just $11.07. Okay, that gets you access to the entire platform. There are no upsells For our courses, there are no upsells for tools. You pay that one price, you get access to everything that we have. All right. You also get a free laptop if you're one of the first 8 people to join. There's 8 of them for this whole entire weekend. They're not going to last all weekend. But as long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, when you go to ttgoffer.com, that's how you know that you're going to be getting one. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com and use the coupon code TTG121. You will not have to enter your address to get the laptop. You'll get a welcome email with instructions how to claim that free laptop after you have joined. And then you also get the double your money back guarantee. Remember, if you go through our courses, pass our quizzes, and attend one study group and do not make the 1107 back, not even at least once during that membership, I will give you back double your money, $2,214. I'm going to give you back if you cannot make the 1107 back at least once. That's the deal. That is the deal when you guys join the TTG family. All right. Let me actually now show you the platform itself, so you know exactly what you're getting access to when you guys do decide to become members of the family. Because like I said, it's a platform. You're not just getting a stupid Discord. Okay. You're not just getting a Discord, right? You're getting an entire platform. If you guys have any questions about this membership, you can send a text message to 786-505-4048. Alois, I see you're having a hard time signing up. This is, I'm talking to a user named Alois, Alois. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I see you're having a hard time signing up with the coupon code. Send a text message, okay, to 786-505-4049. 786-505-4049. Guys, again, send a text message to that phone number. If you have any questions at all whatsoever about this membership, you send a text to that number right now. So let me show you guys the actual platform, because of course you're going to get access to our chat room, which is on the screen right now, where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out trades in real time. We're with you from 7:30 a.m. Eastern all the way through the market close. We're not just gone after an hour or two and you're left to fend for yourself. We're there with you the whole time. You also will be getting all of our real-time trade alerts. The mods talk to you on the microphone. We tell you what we're doing before we actually do it. We've been able to maintain a cumulative win rate of just around 80% for going on the last 2 years now. And you also can use our mobile app. The mobile app will be available on iPhone and Android. This way, if you are not able to be in front of your computer, you can follow along with everything that we're doing inside of the chat. See the screen share, listen to the audio, but most importantly, get real-time push notifications whenever the moderators enter or exit a trade. That's how you're able to benefit from everything that we do inside of True Trading Group, even if you're not sitting in front of a computer all day long, like most of our full-time or most of our TTG members who have full-time jobs. Most of them can't just sit in front of their computer all day long. They use that mobile app. You'll also be able to get 2 small private study groups with one of our pro traders, so you can ask questions and help speed up that learning curve. You get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed. This would cost you over $1,000 if you went to Benzinga directly. It's included with your membership when you pay the 1107 to True Trading Group. You get TradingView's premium charting software. That's going to cost you about $600 a year if you go to TradingView directly. It's included with your membership. The Trade Ideas scanner will make sure you're always focused on the hottest stocks during the day. That's another few $100 a year. It's free with your membership, or it's included with your membership. The ETNA simulator, that will let you trade stocks and options with fake money, but with real-time data, so you can practice implementing what you are learning in the courses. This would cost you just under $1,000 a year if you had to pay for it directly. It is included with your membership when you join True Trading Group. You also get our own scanner that lets you create custom scans. You get dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow, stuff that would cost you hundreds of dollars a year if you tried to purchase it on your own. It's included with your membership. A trading journal lets you track all your trades, give you statistics and numbers so you can see what you're doing wrong, so you know what you need to improve on. A social sentiment scanner that will track Reddit, StockTwits, and Twitter and tell you which ticker symbols are being mentioned most. Analyst ratings on any stock. How many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating on any stock you're interested in. Insider buying, insider selling, short data. It's all included. Every day we publish a watch list, the mods and I, of the stocks we're looking at and the game plan on how we plan on trading those stocks. you'll get access to that watch list every single day. Okay. And of course, you get all of our courses. Our courses are a simplified version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto futures, you name it. We've got it all. There's no upsells for more courses once you join. It's all included. We also have a video library with over 300 hours of additional educational video content. These are workshops and webinars that we've conducted live with our members covering different topics like how to build a long-term portfolio, how to trade options, how to trade while working a full-time job, etc. It's all included when you guys join the TTG family. It's time you invested in something real, something that can actually give you real value and help you, help you guys reach your goals. Now, I can't guarantee that you're going to be successful just because you joined True Trading Group, but I can guarantee you, like I said, double your money back if you do not make your membership fee of $11.07 back at least once after going through our courses, our quizzes, and attending one study group. That's the deal. You all just have to go to ttgoffer.com, enter the code TTG121. You see the laptop, there's 8 of them. You click apply code, the price drops to $11.07. You guys will get your free laptop. You don't have to enter your address. You'll get a welcome email with instructions how to claim that free laptop after you guys join. All right. If you have any questions at all, send a text to 786-505-4049. Lori says, how long does it take to make money back? That's going to be up to you, Lori. You know, that will be up to you. We've had members do it in one day. We've had other members take them months. It really depends on how much money you're starting with. It depends on how quickly you go through the educational material. It really is completely up to you. I can't answer that question. I have no idea how long it would take you to make it back, but I can tell you that the majority of our members do, considering we've only had to refund about 2.6% of our users since 2016. Yes, you use your own brokerage account, Lori. So our platform is an educational platform. We do not actually execute the trades. You execute your own trades in your own brokerage platform. We are an educational platform that gives you access to the tools, to resources, okay, to everything that we do inside True Trading Group. All the moderators in TTG, the professional traders that are kind of guiding you throughout the day. You know everything that we're buying and everything that we're selling, but you actually have to do the buying and selling on your brokerage account. We got to welcome Stephen. Stephen, welcome to the family. That means there's 7 of those laptops left, guys. There are just 7. We got to welcome Stephen. Welcome to the family. 7 left now, guys. Stop being a prisoner to your 401ks and just having to watch that balance go down. Get your butts involved. Start making money on the way down. Trade this market to the downside. And then when the dust settles, take some of that profit and roll it in to your long-term portfolio, as I plan to be a buyer here in my long-term portfolio pretty damn soon. I think October is going to be the month. October is going to be the month where this market can turn around, or you realize that we're going to be heading for more downside, and then that would change my thesis for November and December. But right now, I'm sticking by what that plan is. We'll see if I'm correct about inflation. That is October 13th. Mark that on your calendar. And then Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern live, we're going to be right here on this YouTube channel where I'm going to break down for you my thoughts for next week and how I plan on making money in the markets next week. Do not miss it. I'll see you guys all there. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for joining.
Yo. Slow down. Hang on. One second. Been trying to message you. Hang on a second. I have to show everyone. Not show everyone, but tell everyone something. Hang on one second. So Jay Scuba, or JG Scuba, sent me his entire trading spreadsheet. I'm not going to put it online, or I'm not going to put it on the screen, but I am staring at it right now, and it is true. 683.74%.
That's incredible.
On a small account.
It's still incredible.
No. I'm not. I'm saying that as impressive. That because it's a small account, you know.
Yeah, that's fantastic, JG Scuba. That's absolutely incredible. Over
But
600%.
if you are unfamiliar with why I stopped it and said it was because this person came on and said I did 683% in the month of September. And when somebody makes a big claim like that, we want to make sure that it's real. And it is. I'm staring at it right now. So it is definitely real.
It's awesome.
So, and I hope that person didn't take offense to me calling it out, but there's a lot of people on here that aren't members that watch us, and we're all for celebrating big wins. We just, if we're gonna celebrate it, we want to make sure that it's, that if somebody makes a big claim like that it's legit. That's all.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and Matt Kelly, congrats, brother. That is freaking amazing. Amazing month as well. All right, so we'll see you guys Sunday night, 8:30. Okay, Sunday night, 8:30. All right, that would be, what is that, Mike? The 2nd?
I don't even know.
Yeah, October 2nd. October 2nd, 8:30 p.m. right here on this YouTube channel. Set your reminders now. We're going live, and we're going to give you guys our weekly outlook and how we're going to make money, starting in October. So set your reminders now.
Awesome. Great, guys. All right. Well, there you have it. Also, don't forget, we do have a 7-day trial. If you guys want to try us out for 7 days, it's only $3. We charge $3 to make sure you are a real person, but it's a one-time payment. There's no automatic renewal. There's no automatic upgrade, nothing like that. You simply go to ttg3.com. That's TTG3 spelled out. TTGTHREE.com. TTGTHREE.com if you guys want to join us for our 7-day trial. The weekend does not count against your 7 days. You get a full 7 trading days. So make sure you guys head on over to TTGTHREE.com and we will see you guys on Sunday's live stream. Remember, folks, if you have any questions, send a text message to 786-505-4049. 786-505-4049. If you guys have any questions at all about this membership. Otherwise, go to ttgoffer.com. You see a laptop, you're good to go. Enter the code TTG121. Click apply code. I'll see you guys in chat. Have a great weekend, everybody. Later.